Hi, welcome back to Gaming for Gamers. So firstly, you'll probably notice I've not made a video for about a week. It's because, firstly, I decided not to just make another video that's like touching on or just another bit of the Assassin's Creed Shadows story or the Dragon Age Veilguard story, which has kind of been done. So unless anything amazingly new happened with them, I decided not to make more videos about that. And I just thought I'd try and wait for something more interesting to turn up, which it kind of has. And also, I've been very busy actually, so that's another reason why I've not made more videos. Anyway, so today's video is about Ubisoft, but it's not about a specific game. It's some news that's not surprising, and it's been ongoing, but the current bits and pieces are interesting. They're interesting actually. So Ubisoft has floated the idea. I don't think it's shockingly new. We knew that they were in trouble, and we knew that they were going to probably have to take to investors, sell up to somebody, sell parts of their business, etc., etc. But they're looking to maybe sell some of their IPs, just the IPs, to other developers or other companies. And obviously Ubisoft have quite a lot of ideas, IPs. So obviously Watch Dogs Legion, Watch Dogs is one, that won't be the most popular one, but obviously Assassin's Creed and Far Cry and Tom Clancy stuff, The Division, Ghost Recon, those things. So there's a lot of Ubisoft IPs that will be of great interest to different developers or publishers or companies. They already have a kind of link to Tencent, the big Chinese developer publisher, because they own some shares in Ubisoft, quite a lot of shares. So I think that will be the primary option for them. So one thing I saw was Ubisoft are looking to possibly go private and buy their shareholders, or get someone to take over the shares and go private. I don't think that would benefit anybody, because then, at least with shareholders, they've had some one to answer to. If they don't have shareholders, then the same people who run the company, the French family that run the company, or if it's Tencent, whoever, they won't have anyone to answer to. So that doesn't really benefit anyone. I don't know why they do that. It's almost they would do that because they want to have no one to answer to. So that doesn't really make sense, because the same people are still going to be making the decisions and making a mess. But the other point that's probably more interesting is if Ubisoft did sell their IPs to Tencent, let's just say Tencent because that's probably the most likely, would that be a good or a bad thing? And I think if it had been a question a year ago, I would have thought it would be a bad thing, because we don't necessarily know what Tencent, it's a Chinese company obviously, or what they'll do with them. But having looked at what Ubisoft have done with their IPs, I don't know if it could be any worse. I mean, if Tencent had Assassin's Creed, what could they do to make it worse and more wokey than Shadows? What could they do worse? So I don't know if that would be a bad thing. They might actually help. I don't think they could make the things worse. Obviously they would go in whatever direction they wanted, but on the basis that Ubisoft seemed to have no direction, I'm not sure it'd be a bad thing. I don't know. I was just thinking out loud, and in the video I've not made a decision about whether I think that'd be a good or bad thing. But I think based on the fact that Ubisoft is a mess, they've messed up almost all their franchises really. I'm not sure that I would think, oh my god, yeah, okay, it's Tencent, I don't know if that would be great. But then if you look at all the other major Western developers which are caught up in woke or whatever it might be, would any of them be better? I don't know. There's been problems with almost all Western developers with possible woke influences or modern audiences, etc. So I don't know if any of that would be any better. So maybe it'd be a good thing, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what Ubisoft does. Like I said, it's it's an ongoing story. I'm sure something will happen with Ubisoft, whether they try to buy up their shareholders with Tencent and go private, whether they sell some of their IPs, whether they change the whole company around, whatever. Someone else might buy them, which is I think why they're trying to do something, because they don't want to get bought out by somebody else. But it's interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching Gaming for Gamers. Till next time, take care for now.